Hey guys, it's your girl Debs the Soul, and today I'm going to tell you how not to get your trauma abused. So, I'm a genuine person, and a lot of people are not going to tell you this. And I just thought, it might help somebody because I might have people that come on my channel and, they may be dealing with stuff that they don't know how to deal with. And the thing is, take it from someone who's been there, done that, seen it all. I can give you all the advice because I have nothing to lose. So if I'm crying, if I'm telling you a story that people will be like, oh, why would she say that? Why wouldn't I say that? Because I've been there, and then I can help somebody else who's on the path of going there, but shouldn't. Most times if I'm crying, if I'm upset, I'm angry, and if I'm laughing, I'm upset. So you can't really tell. And when I cry, it's not for attention. And guys, yes, I'm using filter. I'm going to be honest. I'm using filter because I'm sweating off my makeup and I just don't want the sweat to show because it's not a good look. But, yeah, so I'm not using filter to look all gorgeous, glammed up and stuff. But in order to be cohesive with the environment that you're around, and you have to know groundwork in whether you're coming online to be an influencer, whether you're coming online to sell a product, or you're a business person. And mostly this video is for my women. So guys, if you're coming online, you have to understand the internet is a very, very insensitive place. People genuinely don't care about people's feelings. I know they say they do, but they don't. Do you really think by you telling a stranger, oh, this and this happened to me, they don't have their own stuff going on in their life that they're going to worry more about what you're dealing with than what they probably could offer you a word or two, but they genuinely are not going to care. So take it from someone that's genuine. This is why I want to help you guys. Don't make your trauma your personality, and don't make being a victim your personality. Let me just give you an introduction, guys. Why I started using the internet and why I started using things like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So I never was on the internet. I was not that type of internet person. I was actually dealing with real stuff. So I kind of left the internet when I was 16. And because I was quite a loud person and everyone knew me when I was younger, they'll be like, where's she gone? Where did she disappear to? So even when I got to uni, people were like, how do you have this personality and you're not on the internet? And they never saw it as oh, that's cool, you're real. They saw it as I'm not being real because I'm loud, I'm, talkative, but I'm not on the internet. But now people see it as the opposite. Whereas back then, I was not on the internet like that. I was like, how can you be creative? How can you do? Another thing, is my teacher, when because I did a creative course, they were like, you have to use the internet. Facebook, we had a group Facebook where that's how we'd plan our meetings and stuff like that with the group and team. So I had to be online, I had to be on the internet. So from there, I kind of gradually just after uni, I only had a Facebook, and then after uni, I used Instagram and social media. That's why I don't have a lot of contacts. The lighting is so dark. But it doesn't matter. I think you guys can still see me. So yeah, I didn't see it as a thing where it was a problem. I just saw it as a thing where I just use it for whatever to put my work out. The kind of stuff that I studied, kind of field that I was going into, people were like, oh no, you need Instagram. You have to start from somewhere. You need Instagram. You need this, you need that. We have to connect with you here. We need to do this, do that, So that's how I jumped on it. Even one of my guy friends why are you not on Instagram? You need to start on Instagram. So I started it late, but I only started it for a business because I didn't think how would I use it? How would I make friends? How would I connect? So that's how I even started it in the first place. So long story short, because it's not about me, I just want to say, because I already know that the internet is a very insensitive place. So the only reason I'm trying to say that I was using the platform is I was using it as a creative outlet for a lot of stuff because I'm quite creative. So that's how I kind of express myself, and it's more helpful for me. So that's why I jumped online. So my thing is, there's a lot of people who feel like I need to tell my story. I need to tell my trauma so that's the way that I can move forward in life. So that's the way that people will help me, and that's the only way to make it in life. And if I talk about my trauma, if I act so traumatic, if I'm a victim, that's the way a guy's gonna like me. That's the way that I'm gonna get a job. That's the way that I'm gonna get successful. And it really isn't, guys. Let me tell you why. There's a reason people stay close to people that I need. People stay close to people I need because they know, okay, this person is vulnerable. So the reason why they stay close to us is because they know that so guys, they know like, oh, she's been through that, fantastic. Let's put them through that again. Oh, you got cheated on, fantastic. We're gonna cheat on her again. Oh, okay, she doesn't have five people. Okay, fantastic. Let's cheat on her. Let's do this to her. Who's gonna back her up? Who's gonna help her? Who's gonna support? Some people are wicked, you know, even females. We have to understand that not everybody has the kind of heart that we have. Some females and guys will even be like, okay, good. She's been through that. She's been through this. How can we put her through more? Some people are wicked. They'll be like, they will be adding the fire to your coal. How can we put her through this more? Okay, she's been through heartbreak. How can we make her even more her? Okay, she's had bad friendships. How can we betray her? Because they know you've been betrayed. You've like, people fear people that have people there because they know, okay, shit, if I do this to that person, they've got people there that are going to support them and back me up. I cannot betray her. I cannot do that because they know you're surrounded by a group of people that will either do FBI investigation on them or will either back you up. So they know they can't do certain things to you. But if you're like traumatic and like playing a victim all the time, it's nice and all that because you're going to have men sing for you and be like, oh baby, you're so sweet and all nice, you know, it's all nice and sweet in the long run, getting attention from so many men and getting male attention. And like, oh, he really cares about me, he cares about my emotions. But you have to understand, men are logical as well. They're very logical creatures. And they will be sweet to you, but they just will prey upon your weakness. Most people who are depressed have a lot of sex because it's like an emotional thing. So they will prey upon your weakness. Okay, she's weak, she's feeling depressed, she's not happy, I can get in her pants. At the end of the day, you're going to feel, oh, he's trying to comfort me. But then in the long run, you're going to be like, oh, fuck. All these guys that messed about with me because they played upon my vulnerability and I was in need at that time. By the time you're ready to settle down, by the time you reach like your 40s, your 50s, you're not going to be happy with yourself. You're probably not going to be in a place that you want to be. A man won't respect you. And the thing is, you can play upon your vulnerability and get a rich man, do all of that, get the man that you want. But at the end of the day, the rich man will even treat you like trash at the end of the day. Because like, men are logical, first of all. Second of all, even forget rich men. Men in general are logical. So a rich man is going to be logical times 20. So you just playing upon your sexiness and vulnerability is not enough for a man. At the end of the day, I know it's really bad. It's coming from me because obviously, like, why am I giving relationship advice? And I'm not giving relationship advice. It's like, a man, I'm just giving you like experience and trying to help you guys. We've got to get through this, guys. Like, it's so hard, but I know I've been there. Like, I'm going to be very, very honest. I've been like, oh yeah, he's done this to me and he's done this to me. When we tell these men, oh, this has happened to me, great. He does exactly what you told him it has happened to you. And why is that? Because he's playing upon our vulnerability and our weakness. People do that. Don't you think, why is it that in class, teachers always pick on the weakest ones? Because they play upon that child, you know, the one that's always angry, the one, they will make you, the one that's always angry is the one that's always getting in trouble. Because they know, okay, this is the angry one. I can easily get this person angry and easily get this person into trouble again. And they can't play upon the smart one. They can't play upon the strong one. That's like in general. Like, no man, if you smile through shit, no man could know, okay, now I'm not going to play with this one. I cannot play with this woman because she's not like she's not a victim. And men prey upon people in need. You know, when they're close to people in need. Guys, let me give you even this example. You see, the reason why even Offset respects Cardi B, and this is just my opinion, this is not what I know. I feel like Cardi B could have easily, you know, she was a stripper in the past. Look at her, she's got 2 kids and the man still loves her. After everything she's done, the man still loves her. Can a girl in UK be stripper like that and get loved off by a man? No. She's successful, yeah, but it doesn't matter. A man can still leave a woman that's successful. A man can still leave a woman that is rich. And it happens all the time. We're like, how did she get cheated on? How did she get left and she's rich? Let me tell you why. Have you noticed? Look at Cardi B's personality. She does not play victim. Look at her personality very carefully. It's not about money, and it's not about being a businesswoman. She does not play victim. She does not play upon her vulnerability. She could have easily used her past situation, getting sympathy from men. Oh my God, look at how hard she's worked. She's done struggled. No, she laughs everything off. Like, we know her personality. She's like very funny, very bubbly, blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing, that she doesn't make being a victim her personality. And she could have easily made being victim her personality. Because if you really look at it, imagine that, forget about her success. Look at where she's come from. It was quite a difficult road. And anybody like in the UK that would have gone through that road, no one would have respected them. And even if they did, they probably would have like made that their whole life story. I was a stripper. You still see her in the strip club dancing. You still see her in the strip club whining with women. Like, that is a high level of, I don't know what to call that type of personality, but it's a strength, and it's a mentality that is a strong mind. Like, she's got very thick skin. That woman has very thick skin. So, not in terms of just like work, in terms of like in relationship. Like, when we play and make being traumatic and victimized, I just draw a man in. Like, it will draw a man in and be like, oh, you know, like, I really appreciate it. Guys, sorry, my lighting is bad because my corridor light turned off, so the lighting's changed. But, and the lights are automatic. So, yeah, it does, like, bring a man in, but it can't keep a man, you know. Like, men are not interested in, like, being a victim and trauma. That's like, okay, what can you bring for me? Like, I'm a busy man, I've got this and this to do. What are you doing? Like, what after being a victim and being traumatized, what next? After being sexy and doing this, what next? You know. So it's less about being a victim and playing upon our trauma, because there's ways that we can deal with this. We have to seek professional help. We have to pray, and we have to get closer to God. You know, we know ourselves that the world is not our world, you know, it's the devil's playground. We know what goes on spiritually. We know what we have to face. Like, we have to deal with things that if we tell the world, it might sound bizarre. So it's better to just like deal with it on your own, because the thing is, like, we can even tell our man, and he's gonna be like, oh, but I'm telling you, people don't care. Nobody cares. And I know people act like they do care, but they don't care. People are so insensitive, especially to women, especially on the internet. You see, people that do well in this life, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's like, I'm just saying what I think, yeah, is you have to have extreme beauty. And I'm talking about, like, extreme beauty that captures the eyes, you know. Like, this is realness. Like, this is not even, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, and this is realness. Extreme beauty. Like, oh my God, like, she's gorgeous. She dropped a picture, 1,000 likes, so many followers. Extreme beauty, like, whoa. And then there's the extreme intelligence. Like, psychologists, like, they know what they're talking about. Like, there was a woman that's a psychologist on TikTok, and she knows exactly what she's talking about. That's a profession. She got like 1 million followers. Like, and it's not even basing it on followers. It's just basing it on fact. Like, it's extreme intelligence, extreme beauty. And the other one is like sex, you know. And I know it sounds horrible, but sex does push you. And I'm not gonna say like, oh, I obviously, like, because if I was sleeping around, then obviously I wouldn't be here today. But it's sex. Sex does make everything in the industry. Sex makes everything in the world. Sex. It's all about sex. Sex sells. Sex, sexually over-sexualized. And that's the kind of battle that we have. And it's kind of like, we have to face our traumas, because we can't say, you know what, can't go into work and be like, oh, I can't write this essay because when I was 6, I got pushed over and fell off a bike. Sorry, babe. I can't be this loving to you. I can't be bubbly because when I was molested, I was abused. Like, nobody, I'm sorry to say, and nobody cares. And I know they'll say, but genuinely in the hearts of hearts, a man will use it against you. He will think, is she so vulnerable to get cheated on? If she's so vulnerable to get beaten up, that means I can do whatever I want and just leave her, because, like, she's not going to do anything to me. She's not intelligent to catch me up. It's all about, like, what people want. If they want to change their mind, they're not. But if they know, okay, she's strong, like, I can't do that to her, she's got people backing her, they will not play upon you. Like, they will not play upon your weakness and your vulnerability. And that's the thing, how to explain it. It's cute. It will get you a bit of attention, but it will not bring you internal happiness. You know, you're like, oh, like a man's like all comforting you and stuff, and he's playing upon, but he will play upon your vulnerability. Be like, okay, she's that type that gets hurt. Okay, let me draw her in. I've got this contract deal for you. I've got this deal for you. Da 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 da. Next minute, he's all, you know, trying to lure you into sex, lure you into his bed, and you're thinking, what am I doing? He starts undermining you, starts talking down on you, and then like he feels like he can. Because have you noticed when you first meet a guy, there's unnatural respect. Like he doesn't know where you're before. If you don't open your mouth, he doesn't know how to come at you. But once he gets to know you, that's where he feels he can come in anyhow. But if you don't talk to guys, if you don't know, they don't know how to come at you. They don't know where to come at you. So extreme beauty scares a man. Extreme intelligence scares a man. And the overgeneralization of freedom of speech and excessive entitlement to one's opinion makes people believe they can come at people anyhow just because you're being open with them on the internet, but they don't know you in real life. They just feel like, okay, she's vulnerable, we're going to come at her. And it's funny because if certain people see, okay, she's crying, she's vulnerable, they will attack you. They will not feel sorry for you. Unless you're like a well-known person or a celebrity, they will be like, oh, what's going on with your life? People don't care, you know, they genuinely don't care. And this is me speaking from experience, because another well-known person who talks about their depression or whatever, you get the whole world at their feet and like, oh, are you okay? But so it's not really about what you're going through, it's about who you are as a person. Like, it's never really that just proves wholeheartedly is never about what you're going through, is about who you are. If I was to tell people, oh, I'm depressed, they would tell me, go work, go do this, go do that. Nobody cares. Well, they wouldn't say nobody cares, but you know by the way their actions, that they don't care about us. So if it's like a celebrity, oh my God, I can't believe Beyonce's going through depression, you know. What can we do to help her? Because of who she is as a person. That's why I said, don't let trauma be your personality, otherwise it will eat you up in the long run. You know, people stay close to those that are in need because they know at our vulnerability, we can give them something. We can give them our money. We can give them our heart. We catch me speaking about something sensitive on the internet. It's because I've been there and it's real and I want to help somebody out of it, not because I want attention. I don't want attention from it. Like, I don't need attention from it. It's more like, okay, guys, this is what I've dealt with. At the moment, my spirit felt like, okay, you can give someone advice. And, you know, I've been there. Like, there's people like me out there that I want to hear stuff that can help me. Like, I want to hear stuff that is resonant towards my spirit, towards my soul, because a lot of people are worldly and, you know, everything is superficial, and you're not going to find people that really are genuine, that resonate and talk about real stuff, because everything is superficial, you know, and that's why it's hard. So trauma and being a victim is not something that will help you. It's something that will, at the end of the day, get you used. Okay, she's been through this, let's put her through more. Okay, she's weak, I can manipulate her easily, you know. I can taunt her easily. Let us genuine people, because I know I've got some genuine people, let us genuine people, if we see people that are going through something, or we know people that are like this, let us, you know, don't play or feed or enable it. Don't enable somebody let us make them strong, you know. Don't play upon people's weakness. Don't play upon people's problems, you know. It's not really fair. And someone like a creative like me, I know there's so many people like me out there who've done this before the internet was even a thing. We've been like that. But if the internet maybe was a bit like how it is now in our time, we would have been, you know, a bit doing better. But I know because we've been through a lot of trauma and traumatic stuff that we can't even share like with the internet. It's very difficult to even speak about it. So like that can cause problems in like what we're trying to do, like business wise, like guys. And people are like, that's the one I'm gonna take out today, that's the one that I'm gonna attack. When they see that you don't have people, like I remember even like will post me up. Da, da, da. When they post me up, like friends of mine, like artists, whatever, people will see me on their story or whatever they post me on their Snapchat and be like, oh yeah, I want to hang with that girl. Da, da, da. I want to I want to meet up with you. Da, da, da. They want to go to that same location that I'm at because the person posts me up, whatever. But when they see, okay, she don't know anybody, that's when they want to hang with me. That's when they want to hang with us. But when they see, okay, you don't know anybody, you're not even strong on your own, they will play upon that. And then at the end of the day, when they play upon that and they treat you like shit, nobody will know because you don't even have anybody with you. But they will play upon you and treat you like shit and go back and tell people you're the bad one. That's why you have to be careful out here. Don't be that traumatic victim, guys. Be strong. We're here for each other. This is a safe place. And this is just going to... Even if it's somebody chatting shit, if they look good, oh, babes, you're 10, you're amazing. Oh, she knows a lot of people. Oh yeah, whatever you're saying is it makes sense. But sometimes it's hypocrisy, and it doesn't make sense. So guys, that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah, this is a safe place. This is me being genuine with you, and I might make a part 2. So guys, let us that have real wisdom, be sensitive to people's needs when we see they are really struggling. And let's not make trauma and being a victim our personality. And I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about everybody, guys. Let's not make trauma our personality.